Alright, so I did my brows off camera. I'm going to start by priming my eyes. I'm using the NYX HD Concealer and I'm in the same shade Sand Beige. Now for the star of the show, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. It's gorgeous, as you can see. I'm going to use the shade Weekender first. I'm going to set that on my eye to set that concealer in place. And I'm going to go in with Still Shot, which is this coral color. And I'm going to use that same brush, and I'm just going to use this as my transition shade. I'm placing it well above my crease because I'm going to give a gradient effect starting from this color, and I'm going to just deepen it downward. And the shadows are a little bit powdery, so I don't like that, but they are still very blendable, so I don't mind it that much. And now I'm going to take the shade Riff, which is a little deeper than that. It's like a more brown color. And I'm using the fluffy side of my Urban Decay Naked brush. It came with the Naked palettes. And I am going to place that shadow below that color. Now I'm going in with Baja, which is a beautiful orange color, using the same brush, placing that right above Riff, and I'm kind of taking it a little bit lower, more into the crease. And I'm just going to pack it. I'm not going to blend it too hard because I really do want it to show up. Now I'm taking Hellride, which is this gorgeous magenta, and I'm going to use this flat side of this EcoTools brush. I will list all the products down below, so don't worry if the names are all over the place. And I'm just packing that all over my crease, as you can see. And I'm taking Weekender and Still Shot, and I'm just going to clean up all of those shadows. Now I'm going to make sure there's no harsh lines up above. And now I'm going to cut the crease. I'm using the Wet n Wild small concealer brush and that same concealer I used to set my lids. And I am just going to cut the crease. I'm putting the concealer all over my lid, and I'm making sure it goes up into my crease. And I did realize that I ended up wiping out a bit of the purple because I kind of underestimated my lid space. So now I'm just going back in and I am placing Hellride again onto the crease because I really want it to show up because this is supposed to be a sunset eye. And yeah, I'm just fixing up the lid. I'm still kind of learning how to master the cut crease because I do love the way they look, but I do need a little bit more practice, but it's all good. And now I'm going to take the shade Ignite. This is this beautiful golden coppery color. And I started taking it on the flat side of that Urban Decay brush, but I realized that my finger was honestly the best way to apply it. It was just a lot more pigmented that way. So with these foiled shadows, I recommend using your finger or maybe like wet the shadow first, and that'll really make it pop. I didn't wet it at all. I just used my finger and it turned out really, really pretty, so that worked. Now I'm going to take the shade Punk, which is this brown color. I'm just going to deepen up that outer V a little bit. I'm using this e.l.f. contour brush, but I use it only for eyeshadow. I'm just stamping on that color, as you can see. I just want to darken it a little bit and give a little bit more definition. And now I'm mixing in Baja and Hellride, and I'm going to use this double-ended EcoTools brush. I'll list all the products down below. I'm just taking that on my lower lash line and smoking it out. And now I'm taking the shade Stranded, and I'm just going to brighten my inner corners a little bit. Just placing that with my finger. Now I'm using my Wet n Wild Megaliner. I'm going to use this to wing my eyeliner today. I'm just taking very, very small strokes first. I start off on the curve of my eye, and then I do the wing. I mean, it's really up to you, however you like to do it. This is how I like doing it the most. And to do the wing, I am going to extend the bottom curve of my eye just outward as if I was continuing that natural line. And I'm just going to fill it in and connect it to the rest of the eyeliner. I did get a little bit out of frame for the other eye, but I basically did the same thing. Now I'm going to prime my skin using two of my favorite primers. This is the NYX Hydra Touch and the NYX Born to Glow. I'm just going to use this to give my skin a super glowy finish, and it's going to look really nice once I have the foundation on top of it as well. and I'm using the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea in the shade Medium Tan Sand. I'm just gonna place that lightly all over my face. And I'm going to press that into my skin using my Morphe blending sponge. I'll have all the names of all the products down below, by the way, so if anything's kind of unclear, it'll all be in the description box, so don't worry. I'm just bringing that foundation down to my neck and just everywhere I placed it. Now I'm taking my same concealer, the NYX one, and I'm just going to brighten my under eyes using that same sponge, just pressing that in. Why are they so rough? Guys, be a lot more gentle with your skin. Don't be like me. Now to set that concealer, I'm using my Wet n Wild pressed powder in the shade Warm Beige. And I'm just going to use this e.l.f. powder brush, and I'm just going to set all of that concealer so that I don't have any creasing throughout the day. Now I'm using my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm using a Wet n Wild contour brush, which is my favorite brush to use for bronzing, and I'm just giving a little wash of color to my face. I'm not using blush today because I just don't feel like it. So I'm just going to be a little extra on the bronzer, and I'm just going to place it everywhere. Wait, what happened? Oh, I got bronzer in my hair. Great. And I'm going to use this highlighter that I broke the cap of. Great. What is happening? It's such a mess. Okay, anyways, I'm just taking Becca in the Becca highlight in the shade Champagne Pop. Just taking that on my cheekbones and above my brows, on my shoulders and collarbones. All right. And using that same sponge, I'm just going to press it into my skin. And I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild highlighter in the shade Precious Petals, and I'm going to just apply even more highlight. I'm using the Morphe M510 brush, and I'm just placing that right above where I put Champagne Pop, just for a little extra bit of shimmer, and I'm putting it everywhere. Just want to be seen from outer space today. It's one of those days. Very casual. Now going in with the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. This is my favorite one. I'm just going to wiggle it through my lashes. This is how I like to apply my mascara. It gets the most amount of product all over my lashes. And now on the lower lash line as well. This is such a creepy shot. Okay, and I can't think of a lip, so I have multiple options for you guys. The first one is going to be the, actually, I forgot something. Oh, this is so disorganized. Okay, even though I should break away, I'm just going to place it on my brow bone. It's just going to brighten my eyes even more. And I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel, and I'm just going to set my brows in place and dust off any powder that might have got on it as well. Okay, now actually for the lip, sorry about that. And I am just going to place it on my lip. I really like this look with the gloss. This is the first lip option I have. But I also do have a dramatic one. So this is the shade Very Recognized from Wet n Wild. And this is like kind of a match for the shade Hell Ride. It's like that magenta kind of color. And I think it really goes with this look as well. Just depends what you're going for. That's the second lip option. Now I'm just going to set that all in place using the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. Tastes terrible. Yeah, so that's the spray. Don't eat it. It's so stupid. This is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll talk to y'all very soon. Bye.